I was a complete nerd as a kid. Like, I wanted to be an attorney from a pretty young age. I read books constantly. I was president of the debate team. That's not even a cool title. But they gave me a letter jacket for it. So what can you do? But I also grew up without a lot of money. I didn't have, three generations of attorneys behind me. um, my parents were working class people, and I understand that when something happens to you, it can really affect your life beyond just how it physically, affects you. If you've been in a car accident, it might prevent you from being able to go to work. And if you and your family live paycheck to paycheck, that can be a real disaster for you financially. And on top of it, if you've got maybe thousands or tens of thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars in medical bills, that can be concerning. And if you've, suddenly lost your income and now you've got to decide between getting medical treatment so you can maybe go back to work or paying rent or buying groceries, that's virtually an impossible decision for any person to make. It's certainly not a decision anyone should have to make, but people have to make those decisions all the time. So, part of working in personal injury is being able to help people in those situations, and not just in an abstract kind of way where we're helping people at the end of the day get a settlement or a verdict and we put some money in their pocket at the end, but really helping them deal with that situation along the way, doing what we can to help minimize the impact along the way in their cases. I've worked at some very large personal injury law firms that you definitely know. And my feeling from my experience there was we just want to get as many cases as possible. And, you know, as long as we can move those cases forward and get some money at the end, we'll just take them all. We'll do what we can to move it along. And maybe we don't put a lot of great effort into it. That's how I felt. I don't feel like that is the most helpful thing I could do. I don't feel like that's why I went to law school. I don't feel like that's what my clients expect when they hire an attorney to help them with their case. And so I gave that all up, stopped working at the large firms, and started my own law firm so that I could set that standard, so I could practice in a way that really helps my clients, that really sets a standard to practice at a high level to be able to get people good treatment for their injuries so they can get back to work, get back to their lives, and at the end be able to get the most compensation possible for their case. And I feel like what I've created here is a system and a business and a law firm that allows people to do that. Working here and running a business where I'm able to be the standard bearer. I go to sleep at night feeling confident that I did everything that I could, and I feel good about the work that I've done for people. And I think that's important um, that I can feel that way. And it's a lot of kind of honoring the promise of that little kid running around who wanted to be an attorney, that I'm actually the attorney that that kid wanted to be. And that feels good. And I'm happy to be that person.